Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills come into today's game looking for a way to pick up win number 10 on the season. It's the Jets going up against the Bills.
Thank you, Larry. Winter just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Set. 3-19. Four down. Alert.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Now let's go. Boom, down.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Tight right. Let's go. Boom, down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Harris. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short.
4 down.
Now a handoff looking right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Let's get it.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Check. Flex round. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch right. We got right. 3 buzz. Flex round. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Tight left, tight left. Hey, come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Let's hear it, let's see the noise.
Now let's go. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 49. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now they try the right side here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings them 3rd.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it up, just as we saw there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ohio. Here we go. Flex round.
Let's go, D.
Let's go. What?
They'll drop the throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And look out. I think he's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Don't say nothing. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Now let's go.
4 down, check, check. Dash, 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 go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Down right around the 25. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blow. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Spencer. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Come on, let's flex round. Flex round. Hut.
4 down.
Back to throw here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
3 down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end left.
Here we go. What? No.
4 down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Come on, let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here we go. White 90.
Slot man
White
moves
90.
right.
Motion, 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 motion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Who that? Who that?
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
I'm coming for you, son.
Back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hansen. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Here we go!
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Strong left! Strong left!
Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! 190! Come on, let's go! Ohio!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They get him for a sack. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. times he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
All right, here we go.
They look to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And here come the Bills. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
This is Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Ohio!
Check safety.
Come on!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Ohio! Let's go!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Pardon, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Ohio!
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Watch right. Hey, we got to get this stuff.
Let's go! Red 38! Flex round!
He's checking. Crash!
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He's mine. Ohio!
The left side completion to Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
4 down.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Ringo. Ohio!
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning it, John Ross. And he's got some space here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Good job.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go! Flex 90! Ohio!
They'll stay start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go ahead.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket, and this is going to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And right now, it's the Lions in the driver's seat. Matt Ryan, 3 touchdown passes thus far.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Double tight, double tight.
Back now in Buffalo.
4 down, 4 down. Alert.
as they run left side. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jets on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bills getting set to go. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets up the screen to Jones. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run a 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
Hey, watch left, watch left.
Come on, let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Come on, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Set! Green!
Now a handoff here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. As they run left side. Ooh, with a juke. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
Singing too.
No, she's singing.
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Strong left, strong left.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Jets on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Come on, now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Strong right. You.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot factor.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the 1st down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions emerging victorious. Matt Ryan, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go.
Now let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Set! Green, gun!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor.
Go!